Alright, hey everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the brand new FNAF Action Figures. I almost said Funko Action Figures, but they don't have the license for the action figures anymore, or the plushies, but those are a whole thing, and I'll leave the plushies to Bizbazow. I hope I pronounced that right. Anyway, we're going to be talking about the action figures, and why it's really cool that we're finally, after almost 10 years getting toy animatronic action figures. Now, I should say these are work in progresses, so we won't see official anything until around fall, when they'll be sold for $10 a piece. And I will be buying all of them, $40 well spent. Especially Mangled. That's like my favorite figure right now, but that's not the point. The point is Jazzwear is finally doing something good for the FNAF community by giving us action figures of characters we actually want instead of lousy recolors, like some other company. Funko. Anyway, we will be seeing a lot more in the line of figures, so I wanted to try and predict/explore some outcomes for the figure lines made by Jazzwear. Now, keep in mind, we are in uncharted waters, so we don't really know. Oh, and also, I will leave all of the socials/places you can find the images in the description, if I can find them, hopefully. And while you're down there, consider subscribing. Why not? I like to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Also, before we start, I should mention all of these concept images are for Funko, but since Funko doesn't have the rights to make these action figures anymore, just try and imagine they say Jazzwares where the Funko logo is. Starting off with the second wave of Jazzwares figures, the Phantoms, with Phantom Freddy, Phantom Chica, Phantom Balloon Boy, Phantom Foxy, Phantom Puppet, and Phantom Mangle. Now, eventually, maybe the second part of the Wave 1 of Jazzwares, I'd like to get Balloon Boy and the Puppet and maybe JJ, but at the same time, I don't really care. I just want the Phantoms to be given some love. Speaking of unloved monstrosities, we have the Withered animatronics. Just kidding about the monstrosities parts and the unloved part, but they haven't gotten any set of action figures at all, which is very sad because they are pretty much, or at least one of them, is the face of FNAF merch. Yeah, Withered Freddy has his face all over Funko's merchandise boxes, at least for the first couple of waves, and he doesn't even have a figure. But also, the other Withereds deserve some love too. So, yeah, please, Jazzwares, I don't care if they're the third wave you make, give the Withereds and Phantoms some love. And for some other characters that could use action figures that need love, Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear. And also, this would help by filling in the rest of the Nightmare collection made by Funko. I mean, seriously, why did we need Funtime Foxy? And also, while we're talking about the Nightmares, how about Plush Trap, Nightmare Balloon Boy, Nightmare Mangle? They might not be canon, except for Plush Trap, but they're still cool designs, and if Mangle's getting an action figure, why not Nightmare Mangle, and Phantom Mangle, and every version of Mangle? And while we're on the subject of filling in gaps, how about Pizza Sim? There's still 2 Rockstar animatronics, Mr. Hippo, and Molten Freddy and Scrap Trap, which I am very thankful that we have these concept mock-up designs. Props to whoever did this. And like I said at the beginning, you'll be able to find any links to their socials in the description to support them. And then subscribe, please. And now on to Security Breach and Ruin. While there have been a lot of Security Breach figures, and honestly, they probably don't need any updates or changes or new waves, how about staff bots, security bots, and all jokes aside, Freddy after all 3 upgrades? Like this image says, with their staff bot, it would look pretty cool. And staying on the subject of Ruin, how about Shattered Bonnie, or Shattered Freddy? Those 2 characters kind of play major parts in the story, and it'd just be nice to see Glamrock Bonnie get some merch. And to a lesser extent, Shattered Monty and Ruined Monty, because those characters are pretty cool too, but I don't know if Ruined Monty is possible. And that's pretty much it. I have no other ideas. I just think it would be nice if the collections were finished, and that way we could have every character from every game before moving on to recolors. Oh, and on the off chance someone from Jazzwear's is watching this, please give Mangle a tail. She has it. I'd like to see it. Alright. Whoops, one other thing before we end this. You could also do the Fanverse characters, like Pop Goes, Candy, Joy of Creations. Those would be pretty cool. And I'm gonna stop there, because I have no more ideas for real this time. So, stay golden.